Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, August 29th, 2019. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's 9 a.m. and I'm ready to stamp with you. I do have some things to say before we stamp, but a little shorter than normal. Hey, Cindy, I see you watching there. So, if you've never watched my video before, my name's Jennifer Cotton. Good morning, Cindy. And I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Texas. And Stampin' Up! Is a paper crafting company. So if you want to make your own cards, scrapbook pages, hey Dorothy, gift packaging, like all that stuff, that's what we are for. And I teach people how to do it. I have videos, I have live classes, and lots of other stuff. So hopefully you will like this if you're seeing it for the first time. And if not, hello, welcome back. Anything I show today, in general, anything I show today, you can purchase on my website, Jennifer's, that's JENNIFERS, .stampinup.net. And of course, you can always contact me with questions or help with that kind of stuff. Hey, everybody. So I see lots of you jumping on. As you come on, say hi to me so I'll know you watched. Later, when I go back to do a drawing, I'm going to give away the cards I'm making today. But I wanted to come on today and make 3 cards for you. We're going to be using the Nature's Beauty stamp set. So this one is, good morning, Terry, a sneak peek from our holiday catalog that starts September 4th, next week. And where did I put my catalogs? They're right here. So here's the book. Most of you have received yours by now, either live or by the mail. But if not, if you are a long distance customer and you haven't received yours yet, or you're watching this new and you want one, let me know and I can mail you one. Sometimes the post office doesn't, deliver, it gets lost. Sometimes you weren't in my mailing loop for some reason, whatever. So just let me know if you need that. I can't show you the inside yet until September 4th, but that's when it starts. Lots of good stuff in here. Good morning, Pam. And Landa, Kathy, hey. Okay, so Nature's Beauty is in the very back of the catalog, and it is good morning, Valerie, a fundraiser stamp set. So this year, for this catalog, anyone who purchases this stamp set, $3 goes towards mental health organizations. And it's not saying specifically where it goes because this is a global fundraiser. So there will be different organizations they go to depending on what region it's in. Anyway, I think that's awesome. And good morning, Sherry, by the way. So look at this set, super cute, very versatile. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use it today. One is way out of season, but whatever. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs, but they think we've all left, so they're howling in the other room, in case you hear that. Hopefully they will stop soon. One of them was in here. Hopefully he won't hear it and get started. Okay, so don't forget to say hi as you come on. Type it in so I can put you in a drawing to win the 3 cards we're making today. If you share the video, I'll put your name in again, and you can have a chance to win. You might want to comment, though, that you shared so that I will know, since your privacy settings may not tell me that. Okay, so some quick reminders before we jump into the stamping. I haven't even emailed this out yet, but I do have holiday catalog shares coming. And so this will be in my newsletter email. Good morning, Priscilla, Carol. Hey. Glad you guys were able to come on this morning. I know I announced, this was a spur of the moment kind of Facebook Live. So I realized that maybe some people are going to miss it, but they can watch the replay. So I'm trying to find it on my iPad as well because I forgot to do that when I first started talking, but obviously you guys can see me. It's going too fast. Barbara, good morning. Tracy in Maine, hey, thank you for sharing. And thank you for sharing, Cindy. Okay, so holiday catalog shares. I have 2 to choose from. Good morning, April. They are paper and ribbon. You can get 96 sheets total of new designer paper. Good morning, Hannah. Thank you for letting me know you can see me. 96 sheets total. 60 will be 6 by 12 and 36 will be 6 by 6. So all the details will be in the email, the names of the paper, how many you get, and so on. Ribbon share, you get a total of 18.5 yards. Each one has a bonus gift. Hey, Catherine. And let's see, designer paper share is $35 without shipping. And ribbon share is $24 without shipping. If you purchase both, you only have to pay 1 shipping. That's why I kept it separate. And you can just click that when you register. $7 for shipping for one or both. Or you don't have to pay shipping if you want to pick it up from me in person. Okay, so holiday catalog shares are coming. The holiday extravaganza, I'm having a live event for the holiday catalog on September 14th at the Midlothian Civic Center. Hey, Laura, good to see you in North Dakota. So 8 projects at least. That's the minimum. It's usually 8, but it depends on when I start designing what I come up with. Lunch, 4 stamping demonstrations by 4 other awesome Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Product is included with the fee, so you will get some stuff that you'll get to keep the extras and use those later on more projects. You'll be entered into a door prize. There's an optional card swap, and it's a lot of fun. It's $45 if you sign up and pay by September 8th, or $49 after September 8th, so starting September 9th. So sign up now for that. The number 3, Stamping with Friends Holiday Edition. This is going to be awesome. It's an online event that I do with 2 of my 2 demonstrators in my group. They're called Downline. April McCright and Alejandra Gomez. This is our 2nd time bringing this to you, the Stamping with Friends. I think I said this, but it's an all online event, so everyone can participate. If you're in the U.S., you can participate with the kits that includes paper cut for you to stamp and assemble the projects. Or if you're outside, you can still participate with just the online version. So real quick, here's what's included. A $50 goodie bag, so $50 of consumable Stampin' Up! Products, like designer papers, ribbons, and so on, that you'll use to make your make and takes. This is the $113 all access pass. Okay, 12 make and takes. We will be using 3 bundles. Christmas Gleaming, and I just pulled the stamp sets. This one has matching punches. Perfectly Plaid. This one also has a matching punch. You'll need to provide your own stamps, so if you already have them, if you're a demonstrator or a customer who's purchased them September 4th, or good morning, Lisa, you can also add them on when you register for the class, and then gather together. And this bundle comes with dies. Those are the 3 bundles that we'll be using for the make and takes. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. And then again, the paper will be cut. You'll get a PDF tutorial. We'll do video. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. And so just to clarify real quick on my $1 million milestone, we just had the party last week, but that was the celebration, but it happened back in March, but this was my normal time to do my customer appreciation, so I just did it then. Hey, Linda, Kim, Lucinda. I turned Lucinda Kim into Linda. Hey, Kim. So the celebration just happened, but I reached the milestone back in March. And then towards the end of September, in the middle of September, I'm going to Stampin' Up! Corporate office for my $1 million celebration with them. So I'm spreading it out as long as I can. And then in November, I'll be recognized at our onstage event, and then it'll pretty much be over. So there we go. But thank you for saying that. Okay, so for the Stampin' with Friends all online event, you'll get a PDF tutorial to complete your make and takes with, stamp and assemble yourself. You will receive, or you'll be able to see a video with tips on our live event on Facebook. You will receive a thank you gift from us, and I have sneak peeks of this stuff, by the way. Where did I put my thank you gift? Oh, it's here. So I can't like show you everything, but you're gonna get a thank you gift with a cute little thing inside there that's a new product. These are the 12 make and takes. Y'all hear the jingle bells? Can you hear them? Thank you, Rhonda. I was like, what does that say? Continued congratulations. So look, 12 make and takes. These are all 12 of them with those 3 sweets. Some super cute stuff in here. Lots of new product being used. So there we go. Then you'll get the Facebook party, which happens on September 28th. But if you can't be there, you just watch the recordings. Oh, thank you, Terry. I hope Helen enjoys this. You get 3 wow videos. So we will, each of us will present another project from different suites. So you're going to end up seeing a total of 9, I believe, different suites from the holiday catalog altogether. There are 3 bonus PDF tutorials with, again, 3 different suites. So I'll do one, Alejandra will do one, and April will do one using different bundles, which actually I have them right here. So these are the bonus tutorials, PDF tutorials. Snowman Season, that's a bundle. Harvest Hellos, that's a bundle. And Spooktacular Bash, super cute bundle. So you will get 3 bonus tutorials for that. By the way, if you're a demonstrator, of course you can use these to copy all of them for your own events. And you'll be entered into a drawing for several prizes, and there'll be an ordering special for you on September 28th. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's the all-inclusive for $113, or for $59 you get everything I just said, except it's all online. So you don't receive the make and take packet cut and ready to assemble. Cut your own paper, make them yourself. Good morning, Eleanor, or Elmer, I'm sorry, I pronounced it wrong. You do not get the goodie bag of $50 in product, and you don't get a gift from us. So again, that's a great option for demonstrators or a customer who's just like, I can cut it and make it myself. If you guys need sign up links for anything I've talked about before right now today, or will talk about, just email me or message me on Facebook or text me or whatever. Good morning, Trudy. Everybody make sure y'all say hi as you come on so that I can enter you into a drawing to win the court. Teresa made me laugh. The cards from today. Teresa O'Bright says, good morning, hot toots. She always says something funny to crack me up. Good morning, Teresa. Okay, so the dates, here we go. Oh, first of all, real quick, if you're on my team, you get a $10 discount. So make sure you guys use the discount code, $10 off either selection if you're on my team. If you're not on my team, you should join. But the dates, the Facebook Live event is September 28th. Remember, you can watch later if you can't be on live. Deadline to sign up and pay is September 15th. And of course, I did not put the date that we mail the kit. I believe it's like the Monday of this week of September 28th. But we mail it so that, assuming the post office doesn't mess anything up, you receive it before the live event. Okay. Oh, sneak peek real quick of the bonus, one of the bonus classes, because I don't have the other girls with me, but the one with the Harvest Hellos. Sneak peek bonus class that you'll receive PDF tutorials for. Okay, moving on. Our cruise mega retreat in a box. So as I'm doing Facebook Live here, I saw, I get notifications, and one of my emails went out telling you about the cruise retreat in a box. there we go. Retreat, this is some of the stuff from my last retreat in a box that the people received. This doesn't even include the $50 in product they received. And some of this stuff was optional to add on, but this was one of the gifts they received with their name on it. And that is actually glittery. It looks just like our sparkle glimmer paper. Hey Gail, good morning. But anyway, this nice little tub. They receive, you get lots of gifts with our retreats in a box, and I partnered with April McCrite for this. So this was one of the gifts, a scrapbook page. This was one of the gifts, a cute little container to keep your crafting stuff in. What else is a gift? Oh, you always get a bag, and the bag for the cruise is going to be awesome. I've ordered them, but they're not here yet. This was the bag for the last retreat in a box. And what that means is we put everything in a box, mail it to you with the PDF instructions, and you stamp and assemble at home. Oh, and I stuck some stuff in here. These were packaging from gifts I received. A lot of our live, hey Sharon, good, yay. And thanks for sharing, Pam. A lot of our customers bring us gifts to the live events, which is awesome. And so I kind of displayed, I know it's far away, but right up here, some of the gifts that I received, and I've been holding them until I could show them in a video, and now I'll be able to distribute them and use them as they're intended. But there's candy, a rag and soap, because we're at a retreat, like you might have forgotten something. A bag full of awesome stuff here from Tammy, and I actually have taken some of the stuff out of that and used it, like Sharpies and pens and stuff. Look at this. Tammy's awesome. Candy, soap, you know, a really nice handmade soap container, clips, like all kinds of cool stuff I received from other people. Anyway, back to what we do. This is another gift everyone received, and it has candy in it. And actually, I've been wanting some candy, so I may break into that now after this video. This was wrapped around some designer paper they received. Hey, Bonnie. Good morning. Of course, you get a thank you card when you attend our events. Oh, this is a card someone gave me. Pam, I believe, gave me this card. Look how pretty. And she used the contents of her goodie bag that she received from us to make it. So super cute. Thank you, Pam. What else is in here? So then we always have optional add-on classes. Now for the mega retreat in a box, all classes are included. There's no add-on other than if you need. Yes, my storage is expanding. Thank you, Teresa. I think I'm finished now unless I get more stuff. But yeah, I love it. So there's no add-on. Everything is included. You get 6 classes with the cruise one. But these are just really quick. I'm going to show you some of the projects from classes that we offered optional at the retreat. This bag's so cute. Look at these beautiful cards. I think my bow, oh, there it is. Got messed up there. This card has a fun opening. Trying to make that not be upside down. What else? I don't know where I put one of the cards from this class, but there were 3 and they made a Stamp-A-Stack, so there were multiples. But, oh wait, oh, I just found it. It's right here. So sorry, it's not taken out of the plastic. That was the 3rd one. Then the Peacock class was, in my opinion, very beautiful. Look at that. Again, if you had ordered this to go, you would have received a packet with all the stuff cut, ready to stamp and assemble yourself, and instructions, of course. But you supply your own stamps, as always. And then this was the sampler class. Okay, so hopefully that will encourage you to sign up for the Mega Cruise Retreat in a Box. Let me tell you about it. It is $195. You get $150 worth of consumable merchandise from the holiday catalog and annual catalog, both. It's mostly holiday, but a little bit of annual, that you will use to complete the 6 classes. Each class has its own tutorial. You will make 2 albums, cards, scrapbook pages, samplers that are home decor, which is like the, where did I put it? Sorry, back to the camera. That's a sampler, which you frame and display in your home or give as a gift, whatever. And it's multiple samplers, by the way. tags, and boxes, and you will, of course, have tons of leftovers to use on your own projects to create even more. I think I said tags and boxes, just in case I didn't. You will receive PDF instructions for everything. It'll be ready for you to cut and a stamp and not cut. It'll be cut and ready for you to stamp and assemble. There is an exception. You do cut your own designer paper for all the retreat in a box. You're going to get lots of gifts. We literally have lots of gifts for the retreats, for the cruise retreat. So, yay. Stamps and ink you will need to provide. Ink will be supplied later because we don't know yet. But these are the stamps that we will be using. They're all in my stack here. Spooktacular Bash bundle. Woohoo. Perfectly Plaid bundle. Sailing Home bundle. This is from the annual catalog. Holly Jolly Christmas bundle. And Gather Together bundle. So those are the stamps and obviously whatever goes with the bundle that you will be using to complete your retreat cruise mega retreat in a box. Your kit will be mailed to you no later than October 21st. Good morning, Debbie. Good to see you. She's going to be on the live cruise. Yay. So all the same projects and everything are for the live cruise. The cost is $195. You get over $150 in merchandise. Tons of make and takes. Full payment and RSVP is due by September 22nd. And then you, as I said, it is mailed by October 21st. There is a typo on here, and I'm wondering, because I copied and pasted this, I need to make a note in case my email is wrong. It says kits mailed September 24th. No, they're not mailed 2 days after you pay. They're mailed by October 21st. The last thing about that is if you only want the tutorials to see what all the projects we made were, they're only $40. Okay, so when is the live cruise? It's October, I believe, 6th through 13th. And then we have one in 2020 at the end of October. So that's when the cruise is. It is too late to sign up for the live cruise for the crafting portion. Thank you for sharing, Catherine. Thank you, April. April's my cruise partner. Okay, so if you want to be updated about my stuff, my events, specials from Stampin' Up! And so on, you can always sign up for my email newsletter, news list, whatever it's called. And there'll be a link for that in this video once it's finished. Stampin' Up! Specials real quick. Don't forget, you only have until August 31st to join Stampin' Up! For only $99 and get $155 in anything you want. So it's a great deal. There's no obligation if you purchase the kit. You don't have to start doing parties or selling stuff or whatever, but you can receive a discount on your own purchases. Yay. And you will receive that discount at least through January 2020 if you purchase the kit now. So it's just a great deal. You spend $99 plus tax only, so it's like $107 depending on where you live and your tax rate, and you choose $155. You are allowed to add anything you want from the holiday catalog to your kit as well, so it can be a combo of both of these or all from one or all from the other. And when you go online to get the kit, you can view all this holiday catalog merchandise. Or I can send you a catalog, or, you may already have one, whatever the deal is. But just let me know if you have questions about that. Being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, of course, has changed my life. I was extremely shy, couldn't even literally talk in front of 2 people. And now I'm doing videos for however many people are watching these videos, as well as live events. I've presented at Stampin' Up! Events a couple of times for hundreds of people. And so, and that's just one way it's changed my life, not to mention everything else. Friendships, that's number one always. But trips, learning how to be a traveler, so much. Or maybe it can just change your life to give you a discount on your stamping supplies. That's always a good thing. So any questions about that kit special, let me know. And if you are a customer or a demonstrator who earned bonus days coupons last month, make sure you cash them in this month. That ends August 31st as well. One last quick reminder, and then we'll get started with some stamping. I have to find where right here. Oh, I meant to show you guys one more thing too, but it's just showing samples. My monthly online ordering special, when you place an order of $25 or more online using this month's host code, which is this one right here, yay, $25 or more, you will receive a card kit to make 4 cards using the Band Together bundle. So you see all these dies. So I haven't made the samples yet, but if we use, this one for example, that'll be pre-die cut for you. So you won't have to own the dies to complete the cards, but you will need your stamps Band Together. But it's a great bundle. I think it's just so pretty. And so you will receive a class kit, 4 cards, PDF tutorial emailed out to make 4 cards using that set. That's ordered by the end of August. Now, if your order is $50 or more, you also receive a full accessory. I don't know what it is yet, but a roll of ribbon, some rhinestones, or any other embellishment that we carry could be your free full accessory. So that's my monthly online ordering special. The only exception is if your order is over $150. Don't put in the host code. You still get all the free stuff from me, but you will also receive host benefits from Stampin' Up, so some free stuff from the company. Okay, I did want to just show real quick the cards we made at the $1 Million Celebration. This one is a sneak peek from the holiday catalog. Super cute, I think. And there is an embossing folder. It's probably hard to see here, but a knit embossing folder there in the background. This is another sneak peek from the holiday catalog. And this one, what was I going to, oh, they had an option like to an A+ teacher, so they could have made it for first day of school because school's starting now. And then this one, just because I love that paper so much, and we basically used every single design in the pack, so everybody could have had a different designer paper with their card. And then of course the peacock, because come on, why not? And look at that designer paper, how shiny it is. And then everybody got a little gift that attended some dimensionals and ribbon there. So thank you guys again if you were able to come. Sorry if you were not able to, but I appreciate everyone. Okay, so we're going to get started stamping. As a reminder, we're using the Nature's Beauty stamp set. Yay! Buy it when it becomes available in September, because $3 for every set sold will go towards mental health organizations. Okay, so let's go get turned down here. And then hopefully I can see here in a second that it's, see if I'm, oh, you can see my iPad and everything. Yeah, I don't have it aligned very well. These are the supplies we're going to use on the first card. Okay, so there's that host code. It'll probably get pushed out of the way in a minute because it always does. And as a reminder, there's the stamp set. So on the first card we're going to make, it's a birthday card. We are going to use a half sheet of Very Vanilla cardstock. Still crooked. Half sheet of Very Vanilla cardstock, so that is 5.5 by 8.5. 1/4 of a sheet of Early Espresso cardstock, which is, why is it so crooked? I don't understand what I'm doing. Maybe I need to tweak the camera. That might be better. 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. We have a scrap of Very Vanilla that we're going to use the oval die on. Oh no, where is it? I have the circle here. Hold on. Okay, we will, oh, here it is. Whew. I was like, oh no, I messed up. think that circle die was out for a completely different project. This is the middle size oval from Stitched Shapes, and we're going to use Stitched Shapes on all 3 of these cards today. Then we have a scrap of copper foil and a skinny strip of Very Vanilla. And I cannot do stuff straight. It's a 1/2 inch strip of Very Vanilla, and it's just long. We're going to cut it down. Okay, so the first thing we will do is fold the card in base in half with the bone folder. And in my live classes, when I have people fold the card in half with the bone folder, my second instruction is always turn it over to the back and stamp and sign your name on the back. So you want whoever you give the card to know that you made it. And so we have these stamps that say made with love, handmade, etc. So I always have everyone stamp that on the back and then provide a journaling pen for them to sign their name with. So that would be a step you would do at home. We'll skip it today. And then in general, we set that aside to build the front of our card. So I'm going to start with the stamping, which will be these 2 pieces here. So we have the cute fox image. How cute. And then another stamp set I'm using today is a Wish for Everything, because this stamp set, Nature's Beauty, does not come with greetings. So of course, obviously you can add any words you want, but I just got them all from a Wish for Everything. And this stamp set has inside greetings as well. So I didn't do any for today simply because it's a video, and you know, I know you guys are smart enough to figure out if you want to put something on the inside of your card. But if you're using the stamp set, you can put greetings on the inside as well. And then it is bundled with the Word Wishes dies. And it comes, 3 of them are pulled out that we're using today, but it comes with 12 different greetings that you can combine with the stamp set. So really cool. Making space over here for myself. Okay, so we're going to use Cajun Craze ink to open our Stampin' Up! Ink pads. The new ones, you just open it like a makeup compact. And I believe this is the brand new one I have, I think, that's really stiff. They loosen up quickly, but this is like the stiffest one I've ever had. And I haven't used it very much. So there it is closed. You open it up like a makeup compact, like you're going to look at yourself in the mirror right here, and then you just slide it open. This one needs to be loosened up, and then tap gently on the stamp pad, move around so you get even inking, but don't press really hard. It's just tapping so that only the rubber touches the pad. That way you don't make a mess on your clear blocks. And then when you just hold it down for a couple seconds when you stamp. Now for birthday, I'm going to, made this really long to give myself lots of chances in case it was difficult to stamp on video, because I'm not really, my head is not in the position it normally is when I stamp. That'll be good enough there. Okay, so stamp those 2 images there, and then we're just going to hand trim this down. That was the birthday. And we'll die cut out the fox. And then the last thing besides ribbon and accessories or embellishments that we're going to use is the woodland embossing folder for this card. So let me grab my Big Shot, and I pre-Big Shotted everything else I could. I just want to make sure, if anyone doesn't know how to die cut, that I demonstrate that for you. So I have the Big Shot. Stampin' Up! Is eventually coming out with their own die cutting machine, but until then I'm using the Big Shot by Sizzix. So I have a magnetic platform for die cutting that's sold separately, a clear cutting pad, and then I'll place my cardstock on top of that, and then the die with the blade facing down on top of that. So Stampin' Up's dies will work with any die cutting machine. You just may have to figure out your sandwich. And then a clear cutting pad on top, and then crank it through, You can actually crank it a lot faster than I am, but I don't want to shake the camera too much. I'm hoping I wasn't too close to the edge. There we go. So it just cuts out like beautifully. There we go. And then for embossing, the magnetic platform does not work, so I'm just going to remove this and instead use the platform that comes with the Big Shot. And it shows you right here on this picture, that's an embossing folder. So this is the platform for an embossing folder, and this is a thin embossing folder, which means it only needs, or not only, it does need 2 cutting pads, one on top and one on bottom. What you do is open it up, place your cardstock inside. You can position it if that is necessary for the image, and then place it between 2 cutting pads, and then turn it just like I did before. Again, I'm trying not to shake too much, so I'm turning slowly, but normally I'm like cranking that as fast as I can so that I can move on to my next project. So let's move this out of the way. And awesome, your paper is nice and embossed. If you're purchasing any of the new embossing stuff from Stampin' Up! And you don't know about the new plates and this and that, ask me. I've talked about it in another video, but just ask me about that. Okay, so here's what we're going to use to finish this card off for decorating and stuff. Why am I blanking on the name? Burlap ribbon, which I've already pre-cut a piece to the side, the length that I want, which is that length right there. And the copper, what do we call this? Copper trim. And this is that stuff that's really cool. We're not doing it today. I actually tried it on this card and didn't like it, but you can mess with it and turn it into shapes basically. It looks really cool on nautical cards, like it looks like netting. You can do all kinds of cool stuff, but I did discover that if you decide you don't want to do that, you can pretty much put it back to its original shape, which is cool. It does shed a little bit though, so let's clean up. Okay, so to assemble this card, I'm going to place adhesive where I want this ribbon first. And let me catch up real quick on your guys' comments. So thank you for sharing, Valerie. Cindy, thank you very much. And by the way, thanks to all my helpers for that celebration event. I literally could not have done it without them. Hey, Amy in Canada, that's awesome. I'm glad you love the set, Laura. When you make your first order with that set. So Teresa, September 4th, I'm putting in tons of orders for people, so I can definitely do that for you. Thank you, Bonnie, for sharing. Hannah, what you order monthly is for club, so I believe we are talking about something different. This is a separate special that's for an additional or different order. So I just placed some snail adhesive there and placed that burlap ribbon down. I'm still catching up here. Sharon, it was a great day. Thank you so much. When the new Big Shot. No, none of us know when the new machine's coming out yet, unfortunately, Valerie. So we just have to hope and be patient and be really happy when it comes out. I did forget to die cut something, of course, you guys. I always do. But we're going to put our fox right about here. We're going to tie a bow. I'll just cut it in a minute. Of course I did. I always think I get it all and then I don't. I'm tying a bunny ear bow there with my copper ribbon. Copper trim, I should say. You know, the bows always look ugly when you first tie them. For me anyway, I have to do a lot of modifying to get them cute. And then I will cut the ends off, making this one kind of long. So we're going to have a bow on here. Then we need birthday, so just trim it down some. Sometimes with these really tiny images, it's just easier to hand cut and it doesn't have to be perfect. Birthday's going to go on there. Then I have these awesome leaves, trinkets, embellishments from Stampin' Up, and we're going to use one of those. I want this copper one right here. By the way, it wasn't really specifically on purpose, but the cards ended up having a couple of themes: foil or metallics, nature, and rustic. So there we go. Now what I forgot to die cut was the word happy from those dies I showed you earlier. So I'm gonna cut it real quick. I think I will just cut it off screen. It is the same. It's gonna be magnetic platform, cutting pad on bottom. Always run any dies that are longer one way, always run them through this way, the long way. They cut better than if you run them through that way. I don't know why, but they do. I think it distributes the pressure more evenly. Where did I put the top cutting? Oh, it's right here. The top one, I always use a cleaner pad on top that hasn't been cut as much, so sometimes you can't see it on your work surface. So let me run that through the Big Shot real quick. And let me see if there's any comments while I'm cutting here. Hannah, Teresa, any word on the new trimmer? No, we don't have word on the new trimmer yet either. So there's that die cut. Our convention is in November, so there's a chance they will announce some stuff then. But we just don't know any news yet on that stuff, like when dates or anything. Okay, so I cleaned out my die with the toothpick, and I'm going to use a toothpick to clean out the rest of this die cut paper. I always use a toothpick instead of my paper piercing tool because I stab myself every time, and the toothpick is wood, so unless I'm pressing really hard, I don't stab myself. Okay, so that's kind of our layout. Let me grab my silicone craft sheet. This is what you can use to, when you place adhesive on something skinny, you can use the silicone craft sheet to make the excess adhesive just disappear, basically magically. What I do is I do this for everything small that I put adhesive on, literally. I don't use liquid glues. I just put adhesive, just like I'm showing you guys right now, in select areas, very small amounts at a time, and that helps prevent all the spider webbing. And so I did get a tiny piece there, so I just use my fingernail to remove that. But in general, I don't get the spider webs, but I still get plenty of adhesive because it is a skinny, small little piece of paper. So let me add some Stampin' Dimensionals on my, throwing things around here, on my fox. And again, if you hear dogs, the dog is whining to get in here, but I'm not letting him in because he'll start fighting with the other animal. Not fighting, playing. And it will be very distracting for us. Let me grab another Stampin' Dimensional to cut in half for my birthday. So this is a good masculine card. Of course, there's plenty of ladies who would like it as well, I'm sure. But it's a good masculine card for someone in your life who's having a birthday. Of course, it could literally be changed to any theme you want, really, with just changing the greetings. I'm going to use a mini glue dot here for the bow. Put it right about there. I did use a card idea from Pinterest for this, and mine is completely changed, but the general like color scheme basically was inspired from Pinterest, and it was not even this stamp set. It was a different stamp set that has a fox in it. I'm gonna pull this bow on top of that right there. So we just need to add our happy that we die cut out and added that little adhesive to, and I'm tucking it under. There we go. Now let's just add that to the front of the card. I'm trying to keep this area a little bit clean for you guys so you don't have to look at such a mess. But, yeah, right. This is so much cleaner than what I normally work in. Usually I have to clear off an inch of space to be able to make a card, you know. How about you? Oh, the base is very vanilla, by the way. I don't know if I said that earlier, and this piece is very vanilla. It just seemed to go better. I started out with white, actually, and then very vanilla seemed to go better with the colors and style I was doing. So there is your first card, a nice little masculine happy birthday. Remember, if you comment or share, you'll be entered into a drawing to win all 3 of the cards today. Amy, yes. I am in a humid climate, but my stuff doesn't fall apart, honestly. And I've definitely seen the sponging of the liquid glue, and a lot of people I know here do that. For me, it's just a mess. Like, I think me and liquid glue don't mix well together. So, but definitely with your snail, it can hold if you want to do this technique. And then my silicone sheet is like, it basically never needs cleaning because I don't put liquid glue on it. But, you know, everybody has their favorites. I mean, fine tip glue is another great thing to use on these as well. So definitely whatever works good for you guys. Okay, thank you for saying the card is cute. There it is. Now we will go to card number 2. Let me grab the supplies. On this one, we are adding the Buffalo Check stamp, which I love. And I'm going to show you how I ink it up and stamp it. So that's the Buffalo Check. That's a single background stamp. What else do we have here? The gold metallic edge ribbon. And so when you purchase this ribbon, we sell it in gold and silver. The silver is white. So it looks just like this, but it's white with a silver edge. And the gold is vanilla. It doesn't really say that in our catalog for some reason, but that's how it is. And I'll have something slightly funny to share about the white one on the next card. Okay, so I cut myself extra pieces of paper in case I messed up today, but let's pull out only what I need and see if I mess up. So we have our card base 5.5 by 8.5 crumb cake. We have a scrap of gold foil, and I did choose this scrap because it would fit Mary fine, right? So this is where some ornaments have been cut years ago. I don't even think we sell those dies anymore. I did pre-cut that for you guys, like I said, so I'm not going to demonstrate it, but just so you can see, save those scraps, especially for metallic and glimmer paper and stuff. I have the piece to stamp and die cut. This is the largest oval from the stitched shapes. Another 1/2 inch scrap of very vanilla cardstock, and I think that's it for my paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is fold my card base in half. Stamp and sign the back if you're in class or at home. You always want to brag that you know, I made this. So there's my card. I would have stamped and signed the back already, which actually would be an important step on this card because the next thing we're going to do is stamp directly on the front of it. So we have the Buffalo Check stamp. I'm going to lay it upside down on the table. I've heard, you know, different times on the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator website, or it's a Facebook group, and things where people have trouble stamping this particular stamp. But what I do, of course, the one dog I let stay in here is going to bark. Boots. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I do, and I never have trouble. Knock on wood, we're doing a video. So I lay the stamp upside down on the table. I tap, this is soft suede. I tap my stamp pad all over. By the way, this is a nicely re-inked soft suede pad that I just re-inked yesterday. Boots. And just keep tapping, like move it around to different spots. Make sure the whole thing is inked up well. You can kind of see it. Even if it's a light color, look for shininess. And then you place your cardstock on top. And you can take your time so that you can see that your image is going to be stamped straight. Very important with these background stamps. When you do it the other way, you can't see that. And then we have a piece of scratch paper to put on top so that we can freely rub everywhere. Thank you, Eleanor. Debbie, I'm glad you love the stamp set. Dorothy, good. I'm glad you already have it coming. Thank you guys for saying the card is cute. I appreciate it. What stamp set was that? It is called, if I'm assuming you're talking about the animal one. It's called Nature's Beauty, and it will be available September 4th. And for each one sold, $3 goes to a mental health organization. Okay, I did that probably way longer than necessary because I was talking, but that's how you stamp it. This image, if you look at all the samples of it, it's never completely solid there. And that's part of the charm and how it's supposed to look. It's a rustic kind of image. And you'll see that on my final my other sample I pre-made as well. Okay, here's the other pieces we're gonna stamp on. So for this one, we're using the deer. Isn't she, is that a girl? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I didn't think about checking that out first, but it's a pretty deer. Oh my goodness, now I'm really showing how little I know about nature. Okay, so ink her up. Let's just go with her. Somebody else tell me. The same way you normally do. And stamp, press for a few seconds, and there we go. This, again, soft suede ink. And then for the greeting from that same stamp set, which I just blanked out, a wish for everything. I have wishing you a and Christmas. So we're going to stamp wishing you a down here. Again, hopefully I will, oh, not too bad. Hopefully I'll be able to kind of keep it in line there. Upside down, backwards, and far away from my face. That one's a little crooked. But that's, you know, when you're stamping on little bitty scraps like this, you don't feel very wasteful. So there we go. I believe that's all our stamping. So I'll close up my soft suede ink pad. I'm going to die cut this out real quick, again with the largest oval from Stitched Shapes, but I'll do it over here since I already showed you guys that, just to save a minute. You don't have to put the big shot over in front of the camera. Doe, a female deer, Catherine. Valerie says, oh dear. Y'all are funny, haha. But okay, so Catherine says female, so good, she is pretty, right? Thank you, Catherine. I've realized yesterday when I was setting up for my video that I need to put a trash can over here because I always just throw paper everywhere. But this is I got set up for videos when I do them, so I was lazy. I didn't want to put one over here. Now for wishing you a, on the right side, I did cut a banner, so you make one cut up the center and then cut from corner to that previous cut on each side. And that's an easier way to cut a banner on your projects. They're more likely to come out even that way. So there's that. I pre-die cut Mary in gold foil. So we used copper, now we're on gold. And we have this. So we're pretty much ready to assemble. So I'm gonna pull the ribbon back in, and we're gonna, I have to do it this way. We're gonna do that thing where it looks like, let me show you what a lot of people do, which is fine. They place ribbon like this behind their card, glue it down, cut that off, and it looks really cute, right? But I just can't put that much ribbon back there. I'm like, it's crazy. So I fold it like that. And then what I do is say, okay, I need another one of those. So I use that to measure. Always cut an angle on one of the ends. And then I look at my image and I put adhesive where I want the ribbon to be. No problem, just put that adhesive on there. And then I look at the front so I can see what it's gonna look like, right? And I do that. No big deal if it pops off, or if you, like it looks terrible, just pull it back off and start over. And then the other one will go on the opposite corner. same thing. I always look at it from the front because if I'm looking at the back, I don't know how it's coming out on the front of the card, which is where I want it to look good. So that's how I do that. I don't know what this technique is called, like the whole piece of ribbon behind your card, but that's what I do. And then in most cases, I place Stampin' Dimensionals on a piece that I've done this to. So I place them across the ribbon, half on, half off, so that they definitely hold that ribbon down, or help hold it down. And I'll peel off the backings. Did y'all know we're coming out with black Stampin' Dimensionals in the holiday catalog? And you get 2 sheets of regular and 2 sheets of minis in the 1 pack of dimensionals that are black. And everybody, a lot of people are like, why do you need black Stampin' Dimensionals? And I say, when your paper's all dark, you don't want to turn it sideways and see that stark white. So that's what it's for. Okay, let me grab this guy. My wishing you A is a little crooked. When I give cards away, I always give you the best one out of the 2 or 3 or whatever it is. So don't worry. You'll get the least crooked. I mean, I'm not perfect. So I'm attaching these greetings flat. Let me turn this around. Can you guys hear the dog whining? I made a mistake and only shut one of the 2 doors I could have shut. And then Mary, I just showed you how I do the adhesive. I love it when something skinny has a large area where I can add a lot of adhesive too, without, you know, creating the little spider webby things. Okay, and then Mary's gonna go here. Yes, I'm just gonna let it hang off the edge and float there. So there's that card. So of course you can use this stamp set to make a pretty Christmas card as well. Isn't that cute? Well, I think it is anyway. Here's the original. All right. Now the last card, and this one will probably go a little bit quicker. Yay, Catherine. Glad you ordered this set. Y'all are awesome. Honestly, I don't always buy all the nature sets. I don't know, they're just not exactly my style, but I really think this one is super pretty and cute. And of course, there's that fundraiser aspect of it, which I love. It's got snow, it's got all the greenery, which I didn't use any of those today, leaves and grass and stuff. So it's a really cool set, but yeah, I don't always order them. Thank you, Ramona. Okay, the last card is way off season. Oops, well, it's fine. So our bases are, our card base is 5.5, 8.5 smoky slate. Then we have a 5 1/4 by 4 smoky slate. 3 scraps of Whisper White for the smallest oval die in stitch shapes. And then you're gonna stamp and die cut out 3 of the bunnies. Aren't they cute? Let me grab the bunny stamp. I did pull the stamps out, even if it's pre-stamped. Cute little bunny, which of course all these images can be colored in, by the way. I'm sure you guys know that. And then I've, from silver foil, so we use silver now, I pre-die cut Easter. So this is gonna be an elegant little Easter card with bunnies. And of course you would stamp the bunny in smoky slate ink on the Whisper White cardstock and then die cut it out. So we know how to do that. Did I bring scraps of white from, oh no, I'm sorry, I remember now. The greeting that says happy for Happy Easter gets stamped at the top of one of the bunnies. I did try it on its own piece of paper and I didn't like it, but I am scared that I'm gonna mess this up. Whew, good enough. So happy, and then we have Easter. So let's put this card together. We will, of course, fold, darn it, I'm always hitting stuff here. Fold our card base in half, stamp and sign the back, set it aside, do all the other stuff. This card's going to go this direction, landscape. Then we will go ahead and attach our embossed piece. So this was embossed with the Basket Weave embossing folder. This is a 3D folder. So if you purchase this now, Basket Weave, this is one where you will need our new blue embossing plate. Just ask me about it privately. Too much to explain right now. But mine is the old style. It's thicker. But anyway, if you purchase it now, you will need a little bit thicker top plate. Or you can just add a shim, basically put some cardstock on top until it's thick enough. This folder definitely is very textured, so I put a little more adhesive than normal so it doesn't fall back off the card later, and place that on there. Then each rabbit will be attached with Stampin' Dimensionals. If I were taking my time a little more, I would cut these in half, but it's okay. And I'm going to use Happy as the first one. And when I do something like this, at least for me, I have to kind of lay them out. And I'm never perfect at centering this kind of stuff, but kind of lay it out first and then place the center one down first. And I'm not pressing hard, so I can still adjust these and move them around if I need to. And then each side. And then I kind of just have to stand back and look at it and see if it's good enough, basically. So you guys get the idea here, right? Don't be just sticking stuff down until you're sure it's where you want it. Now he's a little high, I think. Okay, so we're gonna say they look good. Give them a press. So there's that. We have Happy here. Grab that silicone sheet again. For Easter, the stamp, the set with the words, has a lot of holidays in it, like Father's Day, Mother's Day, stuff like that. I think it even has Valentine. My snail is not wanting to cooperate, but I still love it. Bent a little E there. Awesome. Okay, so Easter will go down here. And I did this card obviously just to show you the versatility of the stamp set, not because you need an Easter card right now. Then I wanted to add the white ribbon with the silver edge with a bow. So I went to get mine, and I don't have any, and I have a drawer full of scraps, and there were 0 in there, and I know I had scraps of this. So, well, that's not true. There weren't 0. There was literally enough of a tiny scrap to make this one bow, and I cut off like 1/4 of an inch from each side after I made it. So my daughter had cleaned out that drawer for me recently and took out everything retired. And I believe she thought it was retired because the catalog doesn't show a picture of how the ribbon really looks very well, especially the white one. So this one is missing its bow, but I'm gonna see if I can borrow a little tiny scrap from Landa and make a bow until I can order some. But that's the Easter card. So let me bring out all 3 of the cards. See what you guys think. Like I said, the stamp set, Nature's Beauty, starts September 4th, or demonstrators can get it now. You can even add it to your starter kit. Let me check out what you guys are saying. The bunnies are multiplying. Yes. Yes, the stitch shaped dies work perfectly with this stamp set. That's good that you like the new thinner folders, Teresa. I'm glad. Thank you guys. Yes, monochromatic. I could have used mini dimensionals, but yeah. Thank you so much, Hannah. All right, so let me turn you back up real quick. Thank you guys for watching today. Thank you. I'm glad you love the set. So Marie, yes, hello. Thanks, Laura. I don't know who I missed saying hi to as you guys came on, but hello, everybody. Thank you guys again for watching. So I'm going to do the drawing, for this video like today because I'm actually behind on my video drawings. I need to get those prizes out, and the prizes are in a bucket. They're ready to go. I just need to draw for them. Oh, I'm glad you like the bunny rabbit as your favorite, because I thought that might be the one, because I didn't know if the colors were right. But anyway, I was going with the silver and all that stuff, or the metallic. Oh, thank you, Virginia. So nice. Yay, Kathy. Yes, I really encourage everyone to order it due to the fundraiser aspect, but it's a really cute set. And you can get, of course, way more elaborate with it, with coloring in and creating backgrounds. You guys have to see online what a lot of people have done on Pinterest with the trees and stuff, creating backgrounds and sponging grass and sky and all that stuff. So it's very versatile. And it has the, oh, that's true about being a baby card. Very true. But it's super versatile, and like I said, you can get much more elaborate. Hey, Sharon from Edmonton. Very good. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a great week. So next week, I haven't figured out what day yet, but I will be live again next week for my monthly newsletter, like usual. I've already got the samples laid out here that I show you guys on that video of last month's classes, and I have sneak peeks of this month's classes. Yay, Millie. Just hit me up. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, Landa. See, I knew I could depend on Landa. I haven't even texted her yet about my whole fiasco with that ribbon, because I know for sure there were a ton of scraps of that ribbon in that drawer. But anyway, what was I saying? Facebook Live next week will be the newsletter where I do the news and then make one project for you. Is it a wolf or a fox? I don't know. Let me show you a close-up. It's got that big tail. Maybe it is a wolf. Good question. You tell me, Jackie. I'm showing you a close-up. Or Catherine, maybe you know. Do the online drawing now, but I don't have all the names, Catherine. I have to write them down or print them, or I would. So yeah, good question, wolf or fox. I told y'all I'm not the best with that stuff. Anyway, yes, Landa is the queen. Okay. Have a great day. I can't say goodbye to you. I have to keep talking. But I hope y'all have a great day. I appreciate you. Bo Queen. And I will talk. Okay, Catherine says fox. You could probably turn it into a wolf if you wanted to. Color it a different way. All right, y'all have a good one. And I'll see you next week sometime. Watch for my emails. Y'all know how I announce it. So I'll see you later. Bye.